Today I will be doing all 8 brain dances that have been represented in dances that we've learned through our course of African American dance history. The first brain dance I will be reenacting is deep breathing, and I'm doing it through the dance that I've learned from Bill T. Jones called the breathing show. The first thing that Bill T. Jones does in his video is just calm, deep breathing. He is standing there breathing in and breathing out the first couple seconds of the video. Deep breathing really helps you focus, really helps you calm down. It really gets good energy to your brain. And then once he does this 4 or 5 times, he starts a lyrical, modern type of dance style and expresses what he's feeling through the dance and expressing what he's just feeling in life and what it's like to think while you're dancing. So he does dance moves like this, and he does some kicks, and he does some bends, and he does some jumps like this, and some turns, and a lot of extending. And through this whole time, it is very slow and it's very calm. And the whole time you can see that he is still deep breathing. While he's pointing his finger and saying words that he is thinking, he is breathing in through the mouth and the nose repeatedly over time. While he is falling, he is still doing the same. So that is the first dance that I have learned, is more of a lyrical modern dance from Bill T. Jones, and it represents deep breathing. The next brain dance that I have learned is tactile. And tactile is when you are warming up your nerves and your body by like rubbing your hands together, clapping, slapping your legs. And a dance that I feel like in our class that represents that very, very well is the Jumba. The Jumba is a dance that was performed by African Americans when they were slaves at plantations in the South, and it really, when they performed, it really brought them together and brought their culture. Whenever it was performed, it was just a reminder of like where they were from. So the dance usually starts with kind of clapping, getting a certain beat, and then also foot movements. During this dance, they also shuffle and they slap their legs. And it's just kind of improv random movements. It's kind of like you're making music with your body as well. And that is a very good representation of tactile, because you are warming up by slapping and clapping your hands and stomping your feet. So that is tactile. And brain dance I will be representing is corde de style. Corde de style is when you open your body up and you are opening your core, stretching your core, working your core, and you close your body back in again, and you're closing with your core. Again, this is a nice dance movement where you are warming up your body. It is like opening up just your nerve and stretching it out. And a good dance that represents that is the Kids in Play, or as they call it, the Funky Charleston. So you step forward and you kick up, and when you're kicking up, you open your core, and usually do with a partner. You tap your foot. Then you go back and you're back in squeezing with your core, and you take a step back. Forward, open, back, close. Forward, open, back, close. Forward, open, back, close. From the side, it's forward, open, back, close. You're supposed to do this with a partner. You're supposed to like tap feet. But that is corde de style in the Funky Charleston. Obviously adaptation of the Charleston. Next brain dance I'll be showing through a dance that we learned through our class is head tail. So head tail is mostly the use of your spine, you bending it forward, bending it back, bending it side to side. So it is a movement in your back, and it's a lot of flexibility. So in our class, we briefly learned about jazz and ballet, about the Nutcracker, about the adaptation that Donald Byrds did. And in the dance, I saw that a girl, she's a ballerina, she kicked her leg forward, and when she kicked her leg forward, her spine was being curved down, and then she kicked it back. I'm gonna turn here to kick it back so I have more room. And she kicked it back, Okay, so it's a kick forward, spine forward, and then spine back. You're opening your spine, and this is ballet. And his adaptation is like a mix of ballet. There's also like just turns in the dance, and also if you want to curve your spine side to side, there was also really high kicks up like this. I know I'm pretty flexible. I was a cheerleader, and I saw them do this in the ballet, and that also curves your spine like in head tail side to side, like they did in the Nutcracker, which is a dance that we saw through our class. So that is head tail in a dance, ballet with jazz interpretation. I want to add that in the Nutcracker dance, the adaptation of Donald Byrd's performance, it is a total switch on the regular Nutcracker. It was performed by a white girl. The young child was performed by a white girl, and in this adaptation from the performance that I saw, it was an all African-American cast and what it was like to be an African-American in the Renaissance time period. Next brain dance I will be showing is upper and lower. So upper and lower is when you just use only your upper part of your body or your lower part of your body. So in the brain dance videos, they see starting going like this and they're not moving their legs, or they're kicking their legs around and they're not moving their upper body. A good dance to show an upper and lower is a very popular dance that's still known today, and that's the twist. And the twist, you don't move your upper body at all. You can like clench your fist, but it's a whole like hips down movement. Not really anything with your arms. Your upper body is relaxed, and it's a very, you can add like a little kick too. The twist is still a very popular dance known today, and also was originated from African Americans as well. So the next brain dance I will be doing in a dance that we learned through class is body side, which is when you just dance with one side of your body. This might have been the hardest for me to find because all of our dances, you either use both feet, both arms, but briefly in a video I saw a dance called Fall Off the Log, and it is a dance where you use mostly your whole body. That there's part of dance where they like kick their arm and kick their leg, and they just move their arm like this, and they like kick their arm and move their leg like this, and that's part of like the Fall Off the Log. It was a very brief in the video, and that is like the only dance I was able to see where it was you just use, it looks very silly when I do it, but you're kind of supposed to do it at the same time, but this part of my body, my arm and my leg, are completely not moving. And into this, that's when you start doing stuff with your entire body. That's like the whole Fog in the Log, but in that part of the dance, it's just you using one side. So the next brain dance is eye tracking, which just kind of like warms up your eyes, get your eyes aware and present for when you're about to dance. And it's when you are doing a certain dance move, particularly this one, and you're watching your thumb. At first you go side to side and just look at your thumb, and you go up and down. And one thing that we researched in our class was the movie Hairspray. Both the older one and the one in 2007, and I was so happy to see that because one of my favorite movies is the 2007 movie. And in this movie about segregation, the main black male character, Seaweed, does a song called Run and Tell That, which is another thing that we looked into during our class. And he has a little sister named Little Inez, and she does literally this exact dance move in a dance routine. And I know the routine a little bit because I used to love this song as a kid, so I'm gonna show you. So.
You girl, you got on the show. Well, you better be nice. You got that right.
Oh, you know she is. You better show 'em, girl.
I'm tired of covering up all my pride.
So she has it right here.
I got a new way of moving, and I got my own voice.
And then that's the eye tracking in it. She completely does this almost same exact thumb movement in the dance, and that's the only dance I could also find eye tracking, and I love that dance. I've memorized that since I was a kid, and that is just a jazz dance. I'm not really particularly sure of what the name of it is, like a little shoulder, you know. So that is eye tracking with that style of jazz dance. Next brain dance I will be representing through a dance that we've learned through our course is cross lateral. So cross lateral is basically you just kind of doing the opposite of, so you're reaching to the left while this is going to the other side. You just cross over your body. it's a cross lateral. So a dance that I think represents that pretty well is the Charleston when you add the arm movements, because the arm movements are going side to side and the feet are crossing. So that dance move is just, and you can see on both ends my arms are extending and they're crossing over my body, and so are my feet. They are crossing forward, front to side, back to back. So that is the Charleston, which is a very famous dance, also adapted from African Americans and originated from them. So the next dance I will be showing is the brain dance vestibular. I cannot pronounce the word. It is your balance. So a dance that I thought recognized that well is the turkey trot. Was the vestibular. It's anything with like turning or hopping. And in animal trotting dances, such as the turkey trot, that is used a lot. The basic steps of the turkey trot is 4 hopping steps forward like this, and you're hopping. So it's a balance system. You are lifting up one leg and hopping with it. So you are technically for a second balancing on one leg. And usually this is done with a partner. So after you do the little steps, you usually go with your partner and you spin around with them. You do the dance with them as you're holding and bouncing and spinning throughout the entire dance through the turkey trot, which is an animal trot. And this was also thought to be originated from African Americans, and white people kind of stole it and adapted it into their own thing. And this was like the first dance that was used for physical touch, so much so that places and states banned it from it being performed. Just, dancing and spinning with someone, and the 4 hops. That is the vestibular and the turkey trot. The animal trot dance that I thought represented that well was the bunny hop. Literally in the dance, it says hop in it, and you wrap around your partner and you literally just hop around with them. And that is another animal trot. I wish I had a partner. I don't have a partner, but that is another animal trotting dance that shows us vestibular brain dance very well. So all of those dances, most of them at least, were represented in my perspective of African American dance culture paper, and how my perspective after taking this course has changed and has made me better at dance and better at wanting to dance and learn African American dance culture. So those are all the 8 brand dances that are represented through dances and music and genres of style of dance also that we've learned this semester. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good day. I'll say lastly that knowing all the hardships and segregation, slavery, discrimination, and everything that African Americans went through, and the fact that they were able to have such a huge impact on dance history and dance culture makes me appreciate any sorts of adaptations of dance from African Americans, any dance that is just based off of African Americans have created. It has given me a greater appreciation for it, because they obviously had to put more hard work into it. There are dances that African Americans have created but aren't credited by because people took them and adapted into their own dances. So it made me realize my perspective on dance and African American adaptations have totally changed because of this course. Has made me appreciate them much more. So to this day, I do believe, me being a half Black with African American woman, that today we still, as African Americans, do have to work harder. And so the African Americans that are popular and famous right now, such as Drake, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Jay-Z, we should appreciate them even more, because they are the reason why other younger African Americans are going to strive for their dreams. So that's all. Thank you.